Doesn't record. Okay.
Is it on still?
It's on.
Okay, right. So let's say house, accounts, college funding, right? And then kids is our responsibility. What else? Maybe some people have some debt, right? And then maybe sometimes we take care of our parents, something like that. So usually I say that this is all the responsibilities held up by two persons, husband and wife. So that's good? So the question I want to ask is this, right? Mary Jane, what if, and again, I hate for this to happen, but what if I die too soon? Do you think that's going to be a problem?
Yes.
Right? If, let's say, one person is not here anymore, so I cross them out, right? One person not here anymore, the rest of this responsibility gonna fall to the other person's shoulder. How do you think this person will feel?
Burden.
Burden, right? Frustrated, and sometimes even people tell me they're gonna be angry, right? So that's why in that case, right, there's a gap we have to cover. From if my wealth is here, correct? Because I haven't get promoted to the VP yet, I'm slowly accumulating our wealth, right? So because of that, and but my responsibility is high. In that case, if I have a gap in here, I use a tool to cover. We call this insurance to cover this gap. That's why I want you to know, right? Let's say that if I have no responsibility and I have a lot of money, in that case I might not need insurance. But if I don't have that yet, I need insurance to cover my well-being, right? So number one, what if I die too soon? But life is not about what if I die too soon. What's the opposite of that?
What if I live longer?
Yeah. What if I live too long? Mary Jane, if I live too long, do you think that's going to be a problem too?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because you need more. You need also some money. You need more savings.
Because if we live too long,
your retirement,
our health is going to go down, and we don't have unlimited income, right?
Yes.
Because let's say that if I live too long, right? So I usually share with people there are 3 ways we can take money out if we live too long. 3 ways, right? Number one, do you want to guess which 3? You want to guess? So let's say one day we work, and eventually we cannot work no more, right? And our body just kind of deteriorates, right? In that case, how do we get income?
From our retirement, if you have retirement.
So retirement will be saving, right?
Yes.
That will be the personal saving, right?
Okay.
But how about this? Companies, do you have a pension?
401k.
401k, it still be savings,
savings,
right? How about, does your company give you a pension?
No.
But no, right? But pension is another way, sometimes from the company, right? How about the first one that we do?
Oh, insurance.
No, most people don't know that, right? But you're very advanced. My God, are you an agent before somewhere? No, right? But what would be the first one?
Savings? No. Oh, we already have the savings.
SSI, right? So Social Security, right? So SSI, right? This is from the government, right? So I usually share with people, my God, how does the Social Security nowadays look like? RJ, is it good news or bad news?
Bad news.
Pretty bad news, right? I mean, we don't hear something good, right? So it's gone, right? How about pension? Does your company give you a pension?
No.
No, right? So we don't have this anymore. And our savings, then we need to rely on saving, right? Unfortunately, our saving goes up, our saving goes down. And sometimes I ask people, or people ask me, Kevin, what kind of saving? I have no idea, right? So that's why we gotta take care of us in here if I die too soon. But we definitely need to take care of if I live too long. Make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. So speaking of this, right? In that case, let's discover why if I die too soon, right? That's why inside here, I gotta figure out how much protection that I need. So one of the very easy knowledge for me to share with people. Oh, by the way, amazing, right? So far, do you think a lot of people want to know about this?
Yes.
Do you think this is great information?
It's very good.
So far, it's gonna worth the 20 referrals that you're gonna give me, right?
I think I'm gonna multiply it to 50.
50, huh? I like that. But let me give you something more. Maybe you give me 100, okay?
Okay.
Right.
That
So
sounds good.
talk about responsibility, right? In here, there's a very easy way we teach people to calculate this. It's called a DIME method, D-I-M-E. right? So DIME, like quarter and dime and nickels, right? So it's a dime method, right? D stands for debt, right? I stands for income, but I would like to call this as an income replacement, okay? Replacement. M stands for mortgage, right? And then for home, and E stands for education for the kids. Okay, it's very simple to memorize, right? DIME, right? Hey, so tomorrow when you go to work, right? Imagine this. You can be very smart. Show your co-worker exactly what you learned today.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, huh? Right? But essentially, this covers all the risks that we have in our life. But believe it or not, what if if you want, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calculate in general. What does the Bay Area people, right? People who lives around here, how